Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
Continuing on with the bonus content, which was derived originally from the HPB Expo 2023 in Louisville, Kentucky. I was there March 11th and 12th getting all these interviews, so hope you're enjoying them. And this time around, I sat down with Jeff Thiessen, president of Dansons. You would know Dansons as the makers of Louisiana Grill and, of course, the ever-popular Pit Boss and a number of other products. That flat top that's out now as well, because flat tops are in vogue like no other. So if you don't know about Dansons, you'll learn about Jeff and the history of the company getting up and running and what they're doing to continue to evolve the product line and make sure that they have both quality and the consumer at focus. Hope you enjoy the interview with Jeff Thiessen. Also exhibiting at the HPB Expo 2023 is Dansons. I'm with Jeff Thiessen, CEO of the company. Jeff, appreciate you talking to me here as we wind down the first day. How's the show going right now?
It's been going great. I'll correct you. I'm the president. My dad is the CEO of Dansons. No, it's
I'm a
totally fine.
And CEO of my show, so often I'm getting it confused.
No problem. I just want to give my dad the respect he deserves.
Absolutely.
He's the Dan and Dan Sons. We're blessed to be able to work with our dad still, and my younger brother's our chief operating officer.
How'd the company start?
Started back in '99 with my dad. Wanted to do something. We started actually consulting originally. Then, we started getting into, believe it or not, baled wood shavings for horse bedding, and then moved into pellets because we wanted to use the wood fiber for something else. Then we got into pellet stoves, and then eventually pellet barbecues. So it's not exactly a straight line for us.
Was there a point in time when you guys were manufacturing the Fast Eddie?
Yes, years and years ago we did, and that's a really great design on that product, and it was neat to work with him for a period of time.
Yeah, kind of a pellet old schooler, or founding fathers of pellets, Fast Eddie, no doubt. Did you always just go right into pellets?
For us, because we came from the pellet side, and then we eventually got into pellet stoves for heating, the pellet barbecues were just an offshoot of what we were manufacturing. We actually manufactured ourselves up in Canada, and so it was something to do in the off-season. So it really came from, hey, we love pellet grilling, and we have manufacturing. Let's make a unit that could work in a Canadian winter. So we just make them bigger, heavier, hotter, and just kind of grew from there.
When did you get into the U.S. market?
Good question. Probably around 2001, I think, was the U.S. market. We started with our Louisiana Grill brand back then, and then
Started with the premium brand.
Yes, actually that was our first, because it really was built as a heavy-duty pellet cooker. And then eventually, Pit Boss actually started in 2013 and got our first placement in 2014 with Menards, our first major retailer. And then the business just took off like wildfire after that. We actually outsourced to China right around that same time. And my dad was really clear when he went to China that we would make a product that would be superior to what we were even manufacturing ourselves, because he was really concerned that consumers would say, hey, they went to China and then cheapened up the product. So he went overboard the other way to make sure that when they see product coming from our Chinese manufacturing partners, that it was even better than what we were producing. So he was maniacal with that.
So does he have to move to China in order to make that happen?
And I didn't move there, but we spent many trips going back and forth since 2013. I know a few Mandarin words, but not too many, but we've spent an awful lot of time there.
So you start with Louisiana, then Pit Boss comes in. As I look at the two lines over, the last 10, 12 years, how are you lending time to each one? I would say if I walked up to 10 people on the street and said, have you heard of Louisiana Grill, or you heard Pit Boss? Maybe 80% have heard Pit Boss, and 20% have heard Louisiana Grills.
Sure.
How do you lend affection to both properly?
It's a good question. I think we have different teams that work with different. There is some crossover, of course, but it's a type of thing that we put more of the marketing behind the bigger brand that just grew faster. So naturally, the Pit Boss brand grew faster in mass merchants, so we put more marketing behind it. At the same time, Louisiana Grills is our tip of the spear. That's where we get to dream the next technology. We use that as a place that we can introduce it to a smaller group within the specialty retailer channels and get their feedback, which specialty retailers are great at giving you the feedback on the product to improve it. And so it's really the tip of the spear is Louisiana Grills, and then that usually filters down as technology gets older into our Pit Boss lines. And a lot of answered prayers. I tell you, we truly believe it's God's business, and the people that we're blessed with on the product development side and the sales side, they're the ones that make the difference every day for us. And it's been awesome working with them.
Did you think we were ever going to get to a point where pellet cookers are $400?
No. And at the same time, it's great that they are. They're opening it up to the masses now, and more people can experience pellet grilling, and it is a superior way of grilling. Now, we do have gas products, and we do have charcoal products as well.
And flat tops.
And flat tops, yeah. And then so we're passionate about finding an authentic solution for a consumer, but we want to always have a superior value proposition. Everything that we produce has to have a superior value proposition, either in features, benefits, cost, in some way, in order for us to feel that we have an authentic proposition for our customers.
During the pandemic time, a lot of people suffered, but it seemed the live fire industry was doing the best numbers ever, for those 2.5 years, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. How did you guys make it through?
We're blessed with a great team in China that really helped us ramp up production when we needed it and get product out. The challenge we had in 22 is there's way too much inventory then. We've just really prayed our way through this last year. It's been really tough. I can happily tell you that in December of last year, we saw the business turn where inventory levels came down to closer to pre-pandemic levels, and businesses started to return to normal now.
So you have the flat top that's on the floor there as well. Mm-hmm. It's been around forever, but in the last year or two, it seems to really come into vogue with the live fire nuts, and everybody's bringing one to market. What do you think the fascination with flat top is at this point?
I think it's really an extension of your inside frying pan. You can do things on a much larger basis. Ours, we looked at that marketplace. Originally, we said, we just come out with a cost fighter. But then we said, this isn't true to our value proposition. So now we have a non-stick ceramic coated top. So now it doesn't rust. It's very durable, super easy to clean. And then we took that the next step and then had lift-off tops, so our units are very portable as well. So we wanted to make sure that we came with something that was different than everybody else and that was compelling for a consumer. So we're very excited about the future of that product.
Anything new that I can scoop with here on this show?
Sure. Something we just released recently is actually our battery-powered portable grill. It's in select Lowe's already. So it's a battery-powered pellet grill. It'll smoke all night on a lithium battery. Now you just press a button, it starts itself, and you can run that thing all night long.
Your technology?
Our technology.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're super excited about that. We partner with our factories in China to develop and create samples and whatnot. But yeah, our team has worked hard on this for some time, and we launched the first one at Lowe's. I think there's something similar in the marketplace, but I believe ours is the most cost-effective out there right now, and it's something that is takes that cord away. We're clipping the cord off of pellet grills finally, and we're going to see where that takes us.
Last question. Is Dansons in any line bringing a full-size electric grill to market this year?
Not this year, but a good question. We're gonna have a follow-up conversation, I'm sure, to this one. So.
All right, Jeff, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.
That was Jeff Thiessen, president of Dansons, makers of flat-top cookers and pellet cookers, different brands, grills, the whole 9 yards. So if you aren't familiar, check them out on the web. Dansons.com. That's Dansons, like Dan Sons, as he had mentioned in the interview. Hope you're enjoying these bonus content episodes that I was able to get from the HPB Expo in Louisville, Kentucky. We have a couple more to get through here, so stay tuned for those. And as always, make sure you're tuned in every Tuesday for a live episode of the Barbecue Central Show from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.